And I am live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I'm your host, Ray. If you're wondering where's the other people for the podcast, um, I basically, what's been going. Usually, when I kind of like put out what we're going to talk about, it's usually I try to spice it up because usually sometimes we end up talking about the same stuff and like I don't want to delegate them and just regurgitate into the same message, even though some of them don't mind, but even though sometimes it's just like it's the same shit. It's just which I do want to talk about on a personal level, but I don't really feel like I just didn't feel like delegating this to him, except for like the elimination chamber, in which there's I don't know who's on the card except for the main event. So I didn't really feel like it was necessary bringing them along. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't care, but at the same time, it's like it's mostly the same shit. So which is what I kind of let's start off with that. We don't. I don't know if we're just bored as because COVID. It's been like a damn year, and like it's like we finally got a vaccine. It's like people did say now be mindful. People did say the world's probably not going to open up to like 2022. Because that's how pandemics are. They really shut down the world, but it like we have really, as far as like where things goes, you could tell like America's fucking bored. Like we're really getting mad at the same shit every year. Now be mindful, like some of this stuff is just like it's been happening before the pandemic, but I feel like it's getting twice as bad now that we are in the pandemic. The first thing is just like I'm hearing about Russell Wilson again, that when he's talking about Sierra in his life, and people are calling them simps and pick me's. And first things first, let's get the this is why I hate terms like simps, pick me's, coons, bed wenches, is like simp, like terms like that. The reason why I hate them is because a lot of y'all just overuse the word, and it really fucking takes out the flavor in the word. And that's the best way I can put it. It's just like some of y'all, and I said this about coons. Some of y'all don't know a real coon if he's not buck dancing in your fucking face. Y'all will call anybody a coon. Like we said it plenty of times. Y'all called Ice Cube a coon, and he was trying to help the black community. Why the fuck was y'all calling him a coon? Because he want to work with the Republicans? Like some of y'all really need to like just understand what a fucking coon is. Like the sheriff, I think his name is David Clark. That's a fucking coon. Jesse Lee Peterson, that's a fucking coon, and a proud coon to be in fact. Like I know he really like try to delegate Jesus, but you can tell that nigga is a coon. All right, just because someone has a different opinion of him doesn't mean they're a fucking coon. All right, we are not monolithic, as Father will say. Black people are not monolithic. We are just some people we gonna have different opinions. Hell, like sometimes I know like most of the time me and Father agree on stuff, but half of the times we are arguing about shit too. Like you may not see it as much, but we do. It's um like you've heard our disagrees, like or at least like he has a different opinions, and I respect his opinions, and I respect anybody's opinion. Hell, like even if we have opposite opinions. I respect you because one, this is America. You should be able to have the freedom of speech that you should. But two, like it's real interesting to hear someone else's opinion on things. Like when I tell people like I want to have a conversation with a Ku Klux Klan, like a lot of people's like you know what they're about, but it's like do we? Do we? I'm not saying like all white people ain't bad. I'm not saying that. It's not. We're not going there because it makes me think of fucking coon train. All white people ain't bad. I'm not saying that. I just want to know like where the hatred comes from. That's just I'm a product of why. I've always said that I am a product of why. Like if it was a serial killing shit, I want to ask, yo, why are you like this? I am a product of the why. Like anything, like mostly anything, like anything that happens, or it's just like if someone's like killing people or like they do the things they do, is just like why do they do this? what is in a process in your memory that thinks of this is cool. That's just that's just me and me in general. So like, but a lot of y'all just like I really, and I've said this before, and this is like I said, I'm mostly this podcast is just regurgitating the same shit that we are really in because it seems like some of y'all don't get it, and I don't like beating a dead horse a lot, but it seems like I'm boxing the shit out of a fucking dead horse. It's like, just I really want y'all to assess what the coon is, and then for one, we gotta really stop being so damn clicky. Donald Trump is out. And like I still feel like people are just as clicky as before. Like if you're not with us, you're against us. Sometimes it's just like, look, I as much as I say this all the time, I don't support Trump, but there was like I've also said I don't look at him like most other people on the leftists do. Like I don't look at him as Hitler. I don't look at him as this tyrant that is like going to destroy the world or something like that. I never looked at him like that. Did I think he was an idiot? Yes. Did I think he was presidential? No. I never thought he was presidential. I think he's a fucking idiot. And there's a lot of things that I've disagreed with a lot, but there are things that like hell, like fuck it, it's like, well, he has a point there. That's kind of like where I've been with Trump. But like, did I want him out as much as the other people? Yeah. But like I didn't feel like the fate of the way I was, especially when it was like election time, like the fate of the world is going to happen. I really think it wasn't that serious. But there was a lot of people that felt like, oh, Trump need to get out now. Like the whole second impeachment. Like I still think that's stupid. It was like, what was the point? And then he got acquitted, and then I was like, you just wasted a bunch of people's taxpayers' money. The nigga got acquitted twice, and now like people are looking at him like he fucking died and resurrected or some shit like that. And I know some of the Trump supporters look at him like the second coming of Jesus. It's like, wow, he really beat the fucking impeachment. It's like they was going. Mitch McConnell, like fucking, no one has been more loyal to fucking Trump than Mitch McConnell. At least from what I've seen, I could be wrong, but no one's been more fucking loyal to him than Mitch McConnell, which is like why I said like shit was going to happen. So now let's with that rant gone because I feel like I might repeat myself. Let's get on to one of the topics that I have to regurgitate. Um right one of them is called Right Message Wrong Messenger and I put a question mark. It was B Simone. And anybody seen that B Simone clip? She was talking to women. It was like um if you want to manifest with a man, are you like doing the things that he wants or something like that? And I'm paraphrasing because basically this is what I got. It's just like you ask a man to be all those things. Are you even half of the things that on your list? Like he's got to be tall, he's got to be handsome, he's got to have good teeth, he's got to have like he got to make six figures and all that other shit. So it's just like, are you the ones doing that? And I'm not gonna lie, this is like the way I saw it, and this is why I say right message, wrong messenger is not me, but it's just like when people talk about how she don't want a 9 to 5 nigga, she want a nigga that's an entrepreneur. But what people don't understand is like if he was a broke entrepreneur, he would like or like an entrepreneur that's starting to get his money or something like that, or just starting off. It's just like she can relate to that. She didn't. She never said the nigga had to be six figures. She said the nigga just had to be an entrepreneur. So I don't think it's right message, wrong messengers. But she was like, if I want an entrepreneur, I got to be an entrepreneur myself. That's why the whole thing about being equally yoked. It was like, that's what they said. The nigga got to be in shape. But this is, I feel like what this message is, it's just like I no, women was calling her a pick me, and this is another. And I don't know if I said pick me, but pick me is like another one of those terms that I think a lot of women uses. Even some of my friends use, and it just annoys the fuck out of me. It's just and it's the same way with cool. It's like you wouldn't know a fucking pick me if she fucking like if she fell in your fucking face. Like some people would just like they call Aisha Curry a pick me. It's like I don't think she's a pick me. She just rides really hard for a man. And I understand people who's just like And this is like I said, this is what I mean by recursion. It's the same shit. Like they talk about her wanting attention or some shit. Every fucking woman feels like that. Like even like when she was on the red table talk, she was like, "I've been there," and like everyone look. And I know a lot of men was like angry, especially like the red pill was like, "See, this is why we can't have nothing and all that stuff." Women just like women love attention, and that's just something that us men we got to deal with. We may not like it, but that are things that I feel like men we just got to deal with. Now some men is just like you ought to just get with it, get lost, and I feel like that's fine. It's like, but you got to understand, like it's some women, like even though you praise her to the mountains come, sometimes they just need that outside opinion to make her feel beautiful. It's not a bad, in my opinion, it's not a bad thing unless, like, how can I say this? Let's just say, like, if a person like passes by and is like, "Yo, your wife's really pretty," and like, "Oh, you got a beautiful wife," and all that other stuff. It's like, "Thank you, that's good." Now, if she's going around like searching for that attention, like, do I look pretty and all that other stuff, then that's a problem. But if you're, let's just say, like, you're together and he's like, he compliments you, or like, let's just say, like, oh, you got a lovely, like, oh, you're very lovely and all that other stuff and all that. That's a type of compliment, like, that is cool. It's like, not like, oh, damn, like, now niggas can go overboard, like, damn, you're like sexy as shit. God damn, she a bad bitch and all that. I say, all right, that's a little too much, but like a little cool compliment, like, hey, your wife, hey, you got a beautiful wife, right? You got a beautiful wife, my nigga. Like, you got a lovely wife, you got a lovely home. Like, that's cool. All right, that's complimentary. That's the type of attention I feel like most girls really want. I don't think they want that. Oh, you a bad bitch and all that other stuff. Because let's be real, on Aisha Curry, and let me not like stray too far. Like a lot of people do appreciate Aisha Curry. I don't know if she just seeing it or hearing it, but it's like, and the thing with Aisha Curry, I don't know if she wants to real damn you a bad bitch joint or like wow you like you're a pretty woman. That's the only thing I would ask. Like, what type of compliments do you want? And I feel like, excuse me, I feel like that's the type of questions that we should be asking your wives. It's like, what type of compliments do you want? That you got the pretty, oh, you have a pretty wife, or you a bad bitch, like from other men, like or something like that. Like you like. So in conclusion, like a lot of women feel like that. I've noticed that in my I'll notice that in my time. But back to B Simone. A lot of people are calling her a hypocrite because of, like I said, the whole thing about the equally yoked. And the thing is like I feel like I guess what she thinks like the thing is I had a problem with her saying like a 9 to 5 nigga's not going to understand why like I got to be up 2 in the morning doing such and such and such. I was like, if you, my thing was if you just tell him, he will fucking understand. A 9 to 5, like a 9 to 5, first 9 to 5 niggas are not just like, oh, I just got to do this job and all that other stuff. It's cool you work for yourself. Like we all understand. If you explain your job and you're not doing some like shoddy shit like selling pussy on OnlyFans or some shit. And I know some dudes are cool with that, but you know a lot of dudes are not. Like if it's not that like egregious or like that to that far of a level, niggas will understand. All you gotta do is just explain to them about your job. Like if you're a club promoter, like I have to be at this club until like 2 o'clock in the morning and all that other shit. That's your job. I feel like some niggas will understand. Hell, some niggas will probably join you, especially if it's on a weekend. Like that's what I disagree with the whole B Simone thing. But I've also said like I don't think you could be equally yoked with money because I said this is like is a like as a man, if a woman quits her job, let's say she has kids and she quits her job, she could be a stay at home mom. A man is not going to have a problem with that because you know him being a protected provider, he's going to protect and provide. He's going to yeah, he's going to protect and provide. As far as you know, but and I've said this is like, and maybe there are like a few, but and they're like the anomaly. But I don't see a lot of like, and I know there was a time where like a lot of women were just like dating niggas that was just giving them good dick, and like they would lay on their couch and not get a good job, and they would complain about them. But once they get a good job or some shit like that, there goes their dick. So a lot of those, you get a lot of those women that you know You get those, but most of the time it's just like if a man loses his job, like they might take care of you for like a little bit, but you're just like, oh, when are you going to get back on your feet? Or like you never see a lot of stay-at-home dads. Let's just say that, like especially the whole bringing to the table thing and I am the table, and I don't even want to get into that because that's even some shit I don't even feel like regurgitating. But that's I seen a lot of talk that week. Um, so in conclusion, for the B Simone thing, she's not wrong. And I don't feel like she's a hypocrite, but if you feel like she's a hypocrite for what she's saying, that's on you. I don't feel like she was hypocritical in her thoughts. I feel like she was on point, and a lot of women was agreeing too. So, but for the ones that was calling her a pick me, y'all really need to get the fuck on about it. And like y'all really got to understand what a fucking pick me is, or what a fucking bed winch is, or like stop. This is what I mean. Stop throwing those insults around. Y'all don't really know what the fuck it means. The next one, and it's about Russell Wilson and Sierra. And now I explained this on my other channel, so but maybe now I'm more clear. I can do this clearer on the other channel since I'm really on the fucking road right now. So with Russell Wilson, and I haven't read it, but I know it was like there was comments about him saying his biggest regret, and you've seen the headlines. The biggest regret is losing Sierra, and a lot of dudes was calling him simps for that. Now I already just told y'all don't like that term because I've seen simping. I've seen pure simping. What he is not doing is simping. First of all, he married that woman, and like that's his wife. Now him taking care of another man's child, that's what stepdads do. All right, that's the thing about stepdads. It's just like you have to be mature enough to know that you are taking care of another man's children. Now, I don't think Sierra's past is shoddy because I think she dated Bow Wow, and I don't think Bow Wow. Y'all, nobody looks at Bow Wow like some type of fucking gangster. She had a baby with Future. I don't know if she dated or she just had relations with 50 Cent. And everybody like try that good game, but the dope boys turn me on. So Russell Wilson is just like that. Some people look like the epitome of a good guy. But thing about Russell Wilson to me is like that nigga really loves Sierra. At first, he's a lot of black women's Tyler Perry story. That's the way I look like. Like he is a walking, talking Tyler Perry story. Whereas Sierra, she was with Future and he dumped her, like he gave her a baby, dumped her, and all this stuff. And then Russell Williams comes in. Not only he loves her, but he loves the child and he takes care of the child. And you got Future over here, like leaving slide ass comments and all that other stuff. And niggas call now people in the Future Hive are calling Russell Wilson a simp. Or every time Russell Wilson speak highly of Sierra, they talking about how he's simping, which in my opinion, if you really love a woman, you're going to speak highly of her. No one calls Will Smith a simp for fucking speaking highly of Jada. And even like with the whole entanglement with Augustine, nobody still look at him as a simp. I know a couple people felt sorry for him because fucking Jada was fucking with August, but I guess they were separated, but still they were still married. So she had an entanglement with August, entanglement with August. But no one looks at Will Smith as a simp. Matter of fact, this is like if you know Will Smith, and this is why a lot of people feel sorry. I know a lot of people feel sorry for Will Smith because the way he hyped up Jada, like he talks about Jada like she is the perfect woman, like she is the perfect being, and all that other stuff. And like as a man, you would feel like your woman is the perfect being. So I don't have a problem with the stuff he was talking about, or like the way he was hyping his wife up. And I feel like Russell Wilson feels the same thing about Sierra. It's like she is the perfect woman. And a lot of dudes, I don't, and like I said, a lot of just really throw the simping off. It's just like one, I feel like some of y'all are just young, or y'all just really had your heart broken by a bitch that's like you done gave your heart to, but she done fucking uh dissed you or did something to you that you would find unforgivable, which happens. So so a lot of y'all is just like some. I don't want to say a lot of y'all is pitiful. Well, I know some of y'all is just like You had that fuck that bitch face, and I tell everybody it's like that fuck that bitch face is really strong. Oh, that fuck these bitches. Because I am like one of the people that used to be on my podcast, Mark. He was in that fuck this bitch's phase until he got another girlfriend, and I know they're still together, so that's good. But his uh his girlfriend before that, he was in that entirely. Oh fuck that bitch. Oh fuck that bitch. That's what he was. So so I feel like a lot of y'all are in there, but it's I don't understand. Like to me, I never understood like a lot of men getting on Russell Wilson because he's doing his duties. Now it's like, and I can understand him saying I don't want to lose Sierra. Now I don't want to put his money in it, but he has done a lot for Sierra. Not only like you taking care of his like I feel like if they get divorced, that's Sierra's loss, not Russell Wilson's loss. Yes, bought her masters. Yes, she yes, they like own a baseball team together, and yes, you see him do a lot of stuff and all that other stuff. Like he told Future, you could take him off of child support. I can support him with my own money and all that other stuff. So I feel like to me, I feel like if he I still like if Sierra like I don't know because I don't know if they ask for a prenup because I know like people get divorces get prenup. Um, I don't think I still don't think it's Russell's loss because it's Sierra's loss because I feel like if you like divorce another nigga's not gonna love you like the way Russell Wilson do. So you wouldn't want to lose someone like that. I know like if you find and men, let's just say like if you find a woman that's like been down for you since day one, you don't want to lose that. Anybody, you don't want to lose no shit like that because like it's hard to find another woman that will ride hard for you the way like some people do. So it's just you need to like once you have that, you should hold on to that. I don't really have much to say about it, but I think a lot of people are just like I said, just like throwing these words around, and it's really y'all really taking the flavor out of the word. Like when you see a real simp, you know a real simp, and Russell Wilson to me is not simple. Like these are things you want to do for your wife. You protect and you divide, and you want to make sure your wife is good. Like and Sierra, she got her own shit too. It's not like she's like a video vixen model. She's an artist and she's made millions herself. So it's not like I know she's not people don't look for her music no more except for the level up shit. That level up shit was kind of cranking. But like she's one of the best dancers in our generation and all that other stuff. So Sierra's not like some type of busted joint. Sierra got stuff her own. And yeah, let's not get on that. Another one, I have to regurgitate, and this one because this is one of those if they know things, and really, the Kim K, and this is probably the one I really care about because I don't think no one else cares about this, but this one I really care about, probably because I'm a fan of Kanye. Kim K and Kanye getting divorced. The reason why I care about that because I hate seeing a man that like puts his woman on a pedestal only for them to get divorced. Now, what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I never expected them to get married and have children. Now, also, they have done so much for each other, and like he was in depth, and Kim K, like really fucking. Now, I'm not gonna knock Kim K, and like I don't think I've ever knocked Kim K on doing shit, except like me saying like I don't know. But even when I said how the fuck she gets famous, it's like it's not to me. It's not on her. It's the people that watch her. So it's never really my like I don't really have like ever had bad things to say about Kim K because I don't think she's worth giving bad words to. But she has done shit. She is not like she's got that nigga out of depth. So it's just like, and I hear he's not doing well. I expect that. And like divorces don't really go well. It's maybe not except for like Nick Cannon and Mariah, but that was that thing. But I would probably um no one wants to divorce. Let's be real. Like divorces suck. I've like it turns like people that it was like solely in love. Like you would think they would never into like bitter enemies. Like you never want to talk to him. Like depends on like how the relationship went. It's just like you never want to see him or talk to him again. Like he is that nigga, or he is like fuck that bitch every time. Is or my bitch of a wife. Like you never want to see people. Kim K was just like her second, third divorce. I don't think Kim K will ever marry again. But the funny thing is, I think she might. I think niggas would still date her. I don't think she'll get married again. I don't think niggas. Now, if this goes through, it goes through. She did file, so like I would check on Kanye because Kanye is like I feel like the way Kanye is, I feel like he always grabs on to people, and, and probably because I understand this because I'm a Gemini. I know, like I've never really grabbed on to people, but we Gemini's admire friendship and loyalty to it. Like we put that in high regards. Like if we love hard. Gemini's really do love hard. Like if we tell you we love you, we will do anything for you. That's like the gift and the curse of a Gemini. Like even if that nigga like is not good for us or that woman is not good for us, we still love you. We will give you our loyalty. We give you the shirt off our back. We'll give you our last dollar just so you can eat and all that other stuff. That's just how Geminis are. Like any Gemini can understand that. So he don't gave his all for this woman. Like he's done stuff. He even became a billionaire, and all that other stuff. But I feel like when Kim K was going through a lawyer shit, he was cool with that. Like he's always talking about how amazing Kim K is. He was talking. He says this all the fucking time. So like I pray like I don't know how people. I know Kim K is probably gonna get the most attention, but I'm praying for Kanye. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like he might go through some shit. But that's really much I gotta say about that. I did want to talk about this. And this the one of Texas having no power now. I know what you're thinking. Like, this is kind of like a news story, or like Texas haven't had snow since '73. What is this regurgitating? Um, how what I'm regurgitating is how like our fucking government system is really fucking bad, and how we fucking talk like we as an Americans, and I know this is a capitalistic society, so like we worship money and greed over people's health and wellness. Like money is like they say money is the root of all evil and all that other stuff. I'm pretty sure, and I know somebody like quote things, but it shows that this country, Texas, having no power, and like Ted Cruz is not sending people out, and hearing that he's going out to Mexico while people was having problems with the fucking snow. Now, I'm from Maryland, so our state is used to this weather. Our state is built for 4 seasons. Our state is built for because we could have all 4 seasons in a fucking day. Anybody from Maryland or from the DMV area, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. We will have 4 seasons in a fucking day. It'll be sunny outside at like 7 in the morning. Come like noon, it'd be rainy, like spring. Then like 3 o'clock, it will fucking snow for no reason. I've seen it happen where we have gone through 4 seasons in a day, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Or where it be just like real warm in the fucking morning, and then really, really, really fucking cold in the afternoon, and then it's just like, what the fuck is going on with this weather? It's like what, like honestly, like, and like side story, I used to like it used to drive my mom crazy that I stopped wearing coats. Like around high school, I just stopped wearing coats because like at fucking morning it'd be cold as fuck and you need a jacket. And then by the afternoon when I get out of school, it's hot as fuck. And I used to have this big brown ugly ass brown jacket that will cover me from my head to my fucking feet. The zipper never worked, so I literally have to take it off like a fucking t-shirt just so it's like. And I hated carrying that thing because when I had to hang it up, you could see this big ass ugly ass brown coat. And everybody, by then, the only good thing about that coat is no one ever robbed me for it. And like, Because everybody was in the North Face. It was just so like I had this big ass brown ugly coat. Now the funny thing is, no one made fun of me, but nobody ever like is like I would rock that shit. And then like there was sometimes where I would carry it and it's just like women are cold. I was like, look, just wear my jacket, and they see, oh, this shit warm as fuck. And that's the other positive thing about that jacket. It was warm as fuck. But then again, I was like, it covered me from head to toe. It was like a big ass Eskimo jacket, and that's basically what it was. And like, it even had the furry things on the fucking hood. So I was like, it's a fucking Eskimo jacket. Now, like, I like after a while, I said, "Fuck this jacket and fuck everything," because it's like, especially around like spring, it will still be cold and like, but it'll get warm in the fucking winter and it'll be hot as fuck. It's like I got this big ass hot ass fucking jacket. It's just like you know what, fuck this. And then I just started wearing hoodies. Like I, especially like my 12th grade year when I was able to get a job and shit, I bought hoodies. So that's where that's where kind of like hoodie race kind of like evolved from. Like and people go, "You not cold?" Like it'd be dead winter, and I will not wear a coat. It'd be like, "You not cold?" And people ask me all the time, "You not cold?" I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm used to it and all that other shit." It even like carried on when I was in the Navy, and my boot camp in A school was in Great Lakes, Illinois, and Great Lakes, Illinois is really fucking cold. And sometimes I will go outside with no fucking coat on, and black people all the time will look at me, "Nigga, you crazy?" Nigga, you know how cold it is? It's just I'm good. I'm good. White people, you like they be out there in shorts and shit. So niggas used to think I was white or like I used to hang out with white people. I was like, nah, I grew up in the hood, drug dealers and killers. Uh, but it's just like, but I used to tell them their story like, uh, and my mom's like, also my mom's anemic, so of course she would want to fucking put a coat on. So shout out to mom. But but oh yeah, Texas. I just lost the train of thought. Texas. Our government fucking sucks because there is no way that a state, especially Texas, which is a major state, or at least I would consider a major state, have to go days or weeks without fucking electricity, and like the snow is like snow is really like collapsing in their houses. Their roofs are really collapsing in, and no one's sending no fucking help. Like and like I know like the governor got to fucking call like do that shit, and yet this nigga in fucking like first of all that's a dumbass shit. I feel like as like I but they said people shutting down power because they don't want to like put that much money out. First things first, them people in Texas, the state of Texas shouldn't have to pay fucking electricity bill, in my opinion. But this is fucking America. They're going to pay. They're going to have to like if they get an electricity bill, I'd have said fuck that shit. You can shake that and shove it up your ass. Um, but you know, and I would like definitely. I feel like Americans should protest, or like, or like, or at least like it should go from higher. So like they should not pay the electric bill for that month. I don't feel like the same thing like for like people with COVID and all that other stuff, and like people lost their jobs and people still trying to get their rent paid. It was like, motherfucker, I just lost my job. Like you, why? How do you expect your rent being paid and all that other stuff? It's just like, but this is like I said, in the words of Childish Gambino, this is America. Don't let, don't catch you slipping up. But yeah, it's but the fact that they're not getting no help, and then people are there just like, and it's a real dark winter, and like they're calling it a dark winter, and you're not sending help. It's just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like I is the sad and the sad part is I expected this because I don't know if people consider Detroit as a major city, but you know, or Michigan is a major state, but you know the whole shit with Flint, Michigan, and their water crisis, and they're not doing nothing to fix that, and and we still haven't done nothing to fix that. To fucking and like people like Jaden Smith, that's a fucking celebrity. Shout outs to him for doing it, but I'm one of the people like he shouldn't have to do it in the first place. I'm glad that he's did it, but he shouldn't have to do that shit in the first place. Our government's supposed to fucking do that, but we don't do that. You know why? Because you know they value money over everything. And like I'm about to catch a fit. But the same thing with Texas. Now, like this is a red state, and which is really killing me because Texas is a red state. You would think they take care of Texas, especially it being a red state, but no, they're going through the same shit. It's like you leaving your people out. It's like why are you leaving your people out? This like our country. If this is supposed to be the greatest country in the world, we should be helping each other out to making sure we are the greatest country in the world. But this is such a fucking cutthroat country. I think we're more cutthroat than Russia, and Russia's like shows their cutthroatness in their face. But I think we, I've always said like we really cutthroat. It's like we will really tell you, fight for your life. Oh, your job is like with COVID's around. Oh, fight for your life. Oh, you good? You know, it's just like you can handle it. It's just none alone like where like everybody fucking has to wear a mask and shit and all that other stuff. So like I don't like harp. I tell you, I'm not really political, and I don't like harping on our government. But when it's fucking terrible, it is fucking terrible. Like I feel like, and I know a lot of people's like this is Generation X, but we really need people in there that are about the people, and I think that's why they didn't fucking elect Bernie Sanders. This is like the sole reason why they didn't elect Bernie Sanders because Bernie Sanders would have saw this, would have got people out there, would have got people to done it. It was like you are you fucking kidding me? And this is why I like people like Bernie Sanders fight. And this is the reason why I felt like he was not about the because he was more about the people. And I said this like people's like why didn't Bernie become Bernie? Because Bernie was about the people. And like even the Democrats, they're about their money first. Bernie was really about the people. I think that's why they call it socialism or something like that. And it really fucking showed. And it's just, oh my god, I don't like the government is really fucking up, and it's just like I don't think we are half as what we say we are. Like this is the greatest country in the world. We surely don't fucking act like it. Like I understand, like, and I understand, like this country is have a lot of people than more smaller country because everybody's like, oh, what about Sweden? It's like Sweden is a smaller country. It's like, oh, what about New Zealand? New Zealand is like 3 million. Population is like 3 million to our 330 million and all that other stuff. And oh, what about Canada? And Canada, like a lot of a lot of crowd will tell you like Canada has its own fucking problems that um they have to deal with and all that other shit. Like, I love this country. And don't get me, I'm not one of the people who say fuck America. I love this fucking country. Like, I love this. Like, when they was burning the flag, I was one of the people who's like, I don't think you should burn the flag. That's how much I love this fucking country. I think we had, yeah, I really do love this country. And like, I joined the military. Like, you can't. I don't care anybody say. Either you did it for the money or you did it because you ain't had no job. To volunteer your fucking life, citizen, like civilian shit, to go fucking be in the military and serve this country. There is no higher honor than that. I don't care who you are. That's a fucking high ass honor. So, with that being said, America, we really need to be on that shit. Like, like, there's no reason like people that pay bills and pay taxes really be going out like this. Then you're just like, oh fucking well, house damage, especially people getting their house damages. Like some people's insurance is not made for that. It's not built for that. But how the fuck do you prepare snow from a place that haven't snowed since 73? And I'm like, yeah, like we really need to be on this shit. Like we need to get these people out of government, and then we need to get people that really care about the people. Like I feel like we're creating our. I would say this, and this is a person. Like I said, this is coming from a person that loves America. We are creating our own hell on earth before God even before God even comes in. I feel like when Jesus finally returns, he's like, you know, I was going to bring the 4 horsemen, but I feel like y'all did a good job. I just told them to hold up. I just like God was like, it's like y'all did my job for me. I ain't really got to do much. That's how I feel like when God comes down. Like we are really entitled to killing this planet. I think this is why they finding like trying to find other like preservations, and I think when we find other life forms on other planets where like people could live at, and they start building spaceships so people could live there, or when they like when we could like have space colonies on the moons and all that other shit. I feel like all the rich people and all the rich white people are going to leave, and they're going to leave all the people of color and the niggas behind. And when that happens, I'm going to be like, good riddance. Let the white people go, and not being like racist or prejudiced towards white people, but I do feel like when like that happens, like the most people are going to go is either like celebrities and space colonists or rich white people, people with money and shit. I would not be surprised. And then like we're just going to have to defend for ourselves. And like as black people and people of color, we know how to survive and shit. So I don't feel like that'd be a problem. That's like to me, it's just like when they leave, and I'm talking about the rich white people and like those important people that just leave. I'd be like, good riddance. We could probably run the train. Sometimes I wish we was in a zombie apocalypse just so I can say, just so like people don't have to pay bills no more. It was just that's how I feel sometimes. Um, what else? What else I want to talk about? Oh, I was gonna say that I'm probably still gonna do a video on this, but that because I know a lot of people don't. I don't get it. The podcast is the least viewed things, but the people who do watch it, thank you. But I was gonna ask like the panel. This one I was gonna ask the panel. Is there like a movie or something that you hate that everybody just kind of loves? And mine is Love and Basketball. Like I don't think this is a good movie. I don't think the movie is trash, but I feel like a lot of people hype this movie up so much. And as an adult, when I look back into this movie, like this is a really sad movie. It's a really fucked. I think it's a really fucked up movie. Now I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm probably just gonna leave it at that because I do want to do a video on it, like a video on it, and I don't want to like give the reasons why, but I in that video, and I'm also don't have it like mapped out yet. But I'm gonna give y'all a reason why I think Love and Basketball it's not a good movie. I'm not going to call it a bad movie. It's not a good movie. I also feel like other movies, like I feel like that had that same concept, did it better. Like Brown Sugar. I feel like Brown Sugar was sort of the similar concept, but it was a better movie. Hold on one. Okay. In conclusion, stay tuned for the video and skin overview videos of why I think Love and Basketball is a bad movie. I feel like y'all will enjoy that. I'm gonna have and um that's what. Also, okay, my final thoughts. Um, we need to get it together. We really need to get it together. I feel like we're not, like I said, we're not winning. I don't want to regurgitate the other people's shit as much as if y'all wondering why I'm still like I'm regurgitating this shit because one, this podcast is probably just the most consistent thing I've done, and I like doing my podcast. So like even if I have no one, y'all have seen it. Even when I have no one on the show, I will fucking still do this show because like this is the most consistent thing I've done, and I want to keep doing this. Like I know there's times I've like been gone, like COVID, like when I caught COVID, and most people like know me personally know I caught COVID. Um, and sooner or later I will tell it. I will like tell y'all my experience with COVID if anyone cares. But I will one of these days I will tell my experience about that. But sooner or later, but we need to get it together as a state and as people. Like I don't feel like I understand like as people we get really bored and sometimes we do things, but like I can't wait till this damn pandemic is over so we can go back and doing fun stuff. I feel like once this pandemic is over and like people can like not wear masks anymore, we are going to wild the fuck out and like there's gonna be a lot of parties and pandemics, like pandemic is over parties and all that other stuff. It's just like so. That's my final thoughts. I would like to thank y'all for listening to hear me talk my shit again. This is you know what? Let me just say podcast, and I'm signing out. Peace.